Hi everybody, Shalini here from Legally Shalini. It's been a couple of weeks, or actually a whole month since I've done a live here. Today, I guess I just wanted to jump on to say I'm back from my travels. I spent a month away in Europe, and 10 of those days was spent at the Excellence Collective delivering a talk or a presentation on self-advocacy in your business and breaking the addiction to startup, or the mentality that we have when we start a business, that we're in startup a lot longer than what we actually have need to be, or think we need to stay in. So two really big things came out of that presentation, and one was that there is definitely a mentality that businesses have when they set up a business. Hi, Nicole. How are you? That when they're in the startup phase of their business, there's lots of people helping them, which is great. They're looking around for heavily discounted services, but there comes a point when you have actually got a business, you have a service, you're charging money for that service, people are paying you. You have a small business. Whether or not you're making money or not is not part of the startup equation. There are established businesses that don't make money, but they are no longer in startup. They're established businesses with a problem. So just because you are still small does not mean you are still in startup. A small business does not mean that you are actually in startup. So that was one really big thing that came, the message that I wanted to present at the Excellence Collective. The second topic that we covered organically was your responsibility to clients who come to you in the coaching industry or the coaching field. So a coach, meaning if you're a therapist, a business coach, a life coach, a naturopath, an intuitive healer, a reader, a psychic, a medium, whatever it is that we talked about in the presentation, about the vulnerability of the client that is coming to you, and how as a business owner you need to deal with that or manage that client vulnerability, because you actually have a higher duty of care to that client than another business that is not dealing with the emotional or health well-being of a client. So the bottom line of that was that we went through the nature of that type of work and the contract that's actually created with a client, and the elements of a contract, one of which is capacity. So when a client in that field of coaching, I guess, signs up for your service, one of the things you need to consider is their suitability and their capacity for engaging in a financial relationship with you as a therapist or a coaching service provider. So that was another important aspect of the presentation. I, in my own work, find that there is a big gap in knowledge with coaches and therapists about how to deal with the vulnerability aspect of the clients that come to them, and how to decide whether or not this client has capacity to contract with you, or whether in fact they are suitable for your service at this time. And of course that's all linked to how disclaimers are presented in your business. And of course disclaimers are part and parcel of the client agreement that all of these providers should have in place, and the disclaimers should be very, very well drafted and customized to the service, the unique service that each of these therapists and coaches provide. It was a really interesting 10 days for me away. It's at the Excellence Collective in Tuscany. It's a beautiful part of the world. I had my struggles like everybody else, being far away from home and missing my family. I developed a deep appreciation of my home in Brisbane and my friends and family, and mostly my business. The fact that I could take it with me and keep working and engaging with clients An area that was a challenge, though, was to stay present on social media. I found that was something that I kind of disengaged from fairly quickly into the trip. It just became too hard, and I wasn't, you know, it's not something that I find terribly easy. I don't mind jumping online and helping to answer questions and dealing with issues, but to actually log my travel was a bit of a challenge. So I'm back now, and I hope that all of all of the knowledge I kind of synthesized while I was away, I will be able to present to you over the next few weeks or months. I was very happy that my template sales were up and doing well while I was away, and that people were finding them very useful for their businesses. I do plan to introduce new templates in the coming months. It's just that I get really busy, and I have a plan and I have people helping me, but still it takes time. So the other thing that I do want to talk to you about in another live is actually what happens behind my business, because my business is Legally Shalini is set up very much in the same journey path or pattern as most of my clients and people that do follow me and hang out with me in different business groups and different parts of social media. And I find that sometimes, I never talk about how my business started or what I do to get it going and the challenges that I have. So I will, I thought about it last night. I thought, I actually have a lot to share in that regard. And over the next couple of months, I will try to remember to do that. So I'm going to say goodbye now, because it was hard coming back online after a month away, and I didn't want to get too heavy and too, I guess, technical or educational about things. But over the coming weeks, my work will reappear, and I will consolidate and start presenting again. Have a wonderful, wonderful end of week. I did leave it till like 2 weeks from when I've been back to start up again, and hopefully this week you'll see me again. Catch you later. Bye.